Hello. I'm gonna give everybody a chance to join. Okay, so today we are going to be doing more history quizzes. Give me a second though, I just have to find some. Alright, so we've got some intermediate history quizzes. I'm going to check to see if anybody's watching. Give me a second, I'm just going to put something in the chat. I'm going to pin a message in the chat here. Hi. Give me a second. I'm just typing a message into the chat, sorry. Damn it, not that. Okay, so that. By the way, today we have a special guest on stream. Are you ready? This guy. His name is Cutie. He's been with me for like most of my life, like a whole decade. I've had him since I was like 6 or something. He's really nice. Anyway, he's gonna be like on my shoulder here, so you can all look at him. Now, we're gonna be reading these history quizzes and see how many answers I get right. Actually. In what year was Napoleon defeated at Waterloo? That's easy, 1850. Oh, wow, we might have to go up to like the hard level then. What period of Japanese history was marked by rapid social change and possibly the Meiji period? Where did Britain... Well, that's not going to be Stamford Bridge. It's going to be like... It's either York or Lindisfarne. Hey, ladies and gents, in the chat, okay? I just have to ask, where did the Vikings first attack Britain? It was either York or Lindisfarne, but I don't know where. I'm going to go with Lindisfarne, but it could be York. Yes! Three in a row. Woo! Yeah. Okay. The ancient city of Salzburg was founded in which industry? Okay. Well, Salzburg is in modern-day Austria, I think. Yeah, because I had to make a video about Salzburg the other day. Alright, slave trading, I don't believe it, because Austria was never a very, slave-based empire. I don't think. So it's not going to be slave trading, and it was a dead center in the middle of Europe, so... Okay, it was either salt mining, wheat cropping, or ceramic production. Has anybody got any ideas? Is it salt mining, wheat cropping, or ceramic production? Anybody? Any ideas? Well, I'm just going to have to go with salt mining and see if it works. Wow! Oh, so Radio Potentia here. Radio Potentia says salt, and you were right. I also put salt. How do I so consistently get... Like, my luck with these is uncanny. Like, I did, like, another stream of this yesterday, right? And I got the answer wrong. I got like, every answer right. I got, like, 2 questions wrong the entire time. Like, out of the entire time. My luck here is uncanny. I'm in a period of my life where everything is going well for me. And I have these, like, few week periods where, like, everything goes well for me, and then pretty soon everything goes terribly for me. Like, so, got that to look forward to. Which of these conflicts involved 2 US allies fighting against each other? Okay. Well, I don't think it's the Korean War or the Boer War. Oh, it could be the Boer War. Oh, it could be the invasion. Oh, it's gonna be the Falklands. Because during the Crimean War, Russia was never an ally of America, so it's not the It's going to be the invasion of the Falcons. Yeah. Radio Potentia says that's good to hear. Thanks, Radio Potentia. I'm going to put the Falkland Wars. And once again, Potentia, if you have anything you want me to Google, please just say, because we Googled a lot of very interesting things yesterday. Okay. And I have a special guest on stream. It's my cuddly toy. His name is Cutie. So he's a guinea pig. Anyway, which Roman emperor legalized Christianity in the Roman Empire? Well, fun fact about the beginning of Christianity. In 300 and something AD. Yeah. In 300 and something AD, Armenia became the first country ever to have Christianity as its official religion. So the first ever Christmases were celebrated in Armenia. Right, Danya says hi. Hi, Danya. I wonder what Christmas was like in Armenia. We'll have to Google that in a second. Which Roman emperor legalized... Yeah, Armenia number 1. Which Roman emperor legalized Christianity in the Roman Empire? So I actually don't know this one. Has anyone got any ideas? Because I don't know this one, so someone's gonna have to tell me, or we're probably gonna get it wrong. No clue? Yeah, me neither. Should we go with Vespin? I was gonna get it wrong eventually. Oh, it's Constantine the First! Dang, I was gonna put Constantine. Oh, okay. Yeah, I considered putting Constantine, so sadly. Which disease has killed the most in human history? Well, no, I am tempted to say the plague, okay? But the plague was only around for like 200 years. I mean, sure, it's killed a lot of people in those 200 years, but it's still only 200 years. Meanwhile, smallpox and tuberculosis have been around for, thousands of years, which is why it's going to be either smallpox or tuberculosis. However, it has to be consumption. Yeah, I'm going to put tuberculosis, because smallpox, on the other hand, smallpox has been cured, let me remind you. Pretty much the only disease ever that has been cured is smallpox. In fact, the first disease that they ever developed a vaccine for was smallpox, and they finally got rid of it. They got rid of it in the 1980s. There's probably some left, but that's why I'm going to say tuberculosis, because tuberculosis hasn't been cured yet. Yeah, I don't know the name of the person who invented it. I know they called it vaccination because vax is Latin for cows. I think cow is vaca in Spanish or something, or Latin or whatever. In what year did the Highland clearances begin? Oh, so the Highland clearances. Now, I don't know what the Highland clearances were. I know there was something about England committing ethnic cleansing against the Scottish or something like that. It's going to be in 1600s, I bet. I'm going to put either 1688 or 1745, okay? Do you think I think it's 1745, but it could, and I was right! 1745. Woohoo! Who was the first Chancellor of Germany? Bismarck, easy. Could you imagine if I'd gotten that wrong? We were just so worried if I could have gotten that wrong. Okay. The Siege of Kohima was part of which conflict? I'm gonna go with... It's either World War II or the Korean War, okay? Because Kohima sounds like quite either a Korean or Japanese name, meaning it's probably going to be either the Korean War or World War II. I'm going to say World War II, but if it isn't, it's the Korean War. Yes, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Okay, we're gonna discover the stories behind these questions. Okay, Waterloo. I know what there was. Let's learn about the Meiji period. The Meiji area is an era of Japanese history. 1668 to 1912 was the modernization of Japan or something. The Japanese people moved from being an isolated feudal society at risk of colonization by the Western powers to the new paradigm of a modern industrialized nation state in the an emergent great power influenced. Yeah, okay. So it was like not the Japanese Enlightenment, but when Japan industrialized it. Waterloo is at London. I mean, there's a lot of places called Waterloo in the... Daniel asked the question, Waterloo is at London. Damn it, no, damn it. Oh, no. Yes! Oh, God, I thought I turned off the stream there accidentally for a second there. Thank goodness. Oh, wait a second. Hey, guys, did I just accidentally put my password on the stream? Because I turned my phone off accidentally and then just entered in my password to get back on. Did I actually... I can't see the screen. Did I accidentally put my password in there? I'm sorry, I'm going to watch the stream. Give me a second. Okay. Give me a second. So yeah, so this one guy on the stream asked why Waterloo was actually at London. I would say there's a lot of places in the world called Waterloo, okay? But all of them are named after the original Waterloo is in Belgium. There was a place called Waterloo in Belgium. Named after the original Waterloo is in Belgium. So I'm watching the stream now. Give me a sec. It's fine, okay. Okay, I think you're right. No, because it doesn't show anything. Thank God, YouTube has these like AI systems, right, that protect your password. It was just the lock screen. Thank goodness, okay. Where did Britain first attack the Viking raiders? Yeah, so... Lindisfarne, yeah. AD 793, first Viking raid ever. They attacked the British farm. Alright. Ancient city of Salzburg, salt mining. I wonder if that's how they name the city. I wonder if Salzburg is like Austrian for salt mining, if Solz is Austrian for salt. Ooh. And, yep, the Falkland Islands, I know the story about that. Which Roman emperor legalized... Yeah, Constantine I, okay. He stopped the persecution of Christians and to legalize Christianity, along with all the other religions and cults in the empire. So he was like full-on religious freedom, right? February 313, he developed the Edict of Milan, which removed penalties. Okay, so he undid the penalties on professing Christianity. Okay. Tuberculosis killed over 1 billion in the last 200 years. Wow! Wow! I did not expect over 1 billion people in the last 200 years. Like, if that happened now, that would be like a solid 1 in 8 chance of dying. 1 in 8 people in the world. Okay. I'm going to look that up because I just want to confirm that. What did the Highland clearances begin? I will be reading more about the Highland clearances. Okay. Germany, know that. And Kohima. Battle of Kohima, together with the intertwined Battle of Impal, proved the turning point of the Japanese Yugo offensive into India. Japanese offensive into India. Alright. Crazy that Japanese pushed it all the way into India. Now, to be clear, that's a fair few John Smiths. Fair few John Smiths. Okay, Radio, I don't know what you mean when you say John Smith, so you're going to have to elaborate there, but if you don't want to bother, that's fine. I'm going to learn about the Highland clearances in the meantime. Alright, Highland clearances changing a culture. 5-minute reading time, I can get faster than that. Alright. Yeah. The Highland clearances. My profile is my kitten. Danya Man says my profile is my kitten. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna check that. Yeah, so the Highland. Okay, you know what? Don't bother. The Highland clearances take an interesting place in British history. They're not a singular occurrence, but rather a historical movement that changed the Highlands from a region with a relatively dense population of overwhelmingly Gaelic-speaking subsistence farmers to a sparsely inhabited region that rears livestock, particularly sheep, and mostly speaks English. Once again, like ethnic cleansing, okay? Over the course of 100 to 150 years, there are arguments about how long the clearance lasted. Farmers from the Highlands and surrounding islands were driven from rented from their landlords and replaced by sheep. In a classic display of capitalism at work, the landlords didn't care what happened to their tenants as long as they... Okay, let me see there. Okay. So the farmers were driven from their lands to make money for the British, effectively. That's what happens. Whether it was motivated by hatred of Gallic crofters, or mostly motivated by profit, well, going to be a bit both. Sheep brought in a lot more than the rents of the farmers did. Makes sense. Really? I mean, I presume they were charging them a lot for rent. I mean, rent is expensive, so I wonder... How much do sheep cost that they cost more than rent? Anyway. Many Anglo-Saxon historians will prefer an economic lens in most cases, will argue the near inevitability of the clearances. Wool would be spun up in the burgeoning factories of northern England. Okay, so in other words, the modern world that we have today was built on blood. Right, now Now we're going to learn about tuberculosis, okay? Let's see. Deadliest infectious disease. I just want to... Alright, let's see. Influenza killed 400,000 deaths a year. I just want to quickly Google how many people did tuberculosis kill. How... Oh, 1.3 million in 2022. Wow. Hang on a minute. If 1.3 million people died of tuberculosis in 2022, how many... Okay, 7 million people died... 7 million people died of COVID. Hang on a minute. How many people died of COVID? I don't want to check. Noob IMS has arrived. Noob has arrived. Amazing. And he forgot about something. So, from what I can tell, it seems to me, right, that more people died of COVID in 2022. More people died of tuberculosis in 2022 than died of COVID. It seems. Okay. Has everybody got, pardon me. Has anyone got any suggestions, right, yeah, I know, 7 million people is the whole world, right? And tuberculosis is also the whole world. Like, okay, whatever. Has anyone got any suggestions for what we should Google next, right? Do you have any, like, quizzes you want to do? Like, we just did a general history quiz. Do you want to do another general history quiz? Like, maybe, like, last one we did was intermediate, but maybe you want to do, like, the last quiz we did was intermediate. Do you want to do a hard one now? Or is there anything else you want to do? History. If you have any suggestions, just say. Alright, history quiz. Difficult. Alright, let's see how smart we are, guys. Right, what should we do? By BuzzFeed. Let's go BBC. Okay. Who was the victor at the Battle of Fulford in 1066, okay? Now, so 1066, okay, I remember that England, right, had a lot of things happen to it in 1066, right? It fought the Vikings and won. It fought the Normans and lost. And it also fought the Welsh. And they defeated the Welsh, okay? Now, I don't think it's Harold Hardrada. Sirloin of beef. I think... Yeah, everyone was after the throne after Edward died, exactly, okay? The only difference is, I don't think the Welsh were after the throne. I think they were just going on raids, but I'm not sure. Harold Godwinson. Yeah, I'm going to say that Godwinson. I would like to just draw attention to sirloin of beef. I really like that pun. Hang on a minute. I just want to go and check if sirloin of beef is Harold Godwinson. What? What the hell? Harold Hardrada, who was later killed at the... Oh, of course! Okay, so for you guys who don't know, like, who don't know the story, basically. So when the Vikings, right, landed on British soil, alright, they first defeated a local army, and then they lost at the Battle of Stamford Bridge to Harold... But I suppose Harold Hardrada won, and I'm assuming that other battle was the Battle of Fulford. I'm just gonna Google sirloin of beef just to check that isn't a real person. Oh my god, is he real? Okay. Sirloin is a cut of meat. Oh, people. No. A knighted cut of beef. What? There's no way they have a knighted cut of beef. Alright, Larry Lamb was nicknamed Sirloin. Okay, so it doesn't seem like there's any actual people. I do want to know, however, how on earth that you can knight a piece of beef. A knighted cut of beef. The words are okay. A fictitious example, etymology explains the name of being derived from an occasion when a king of England knighted the loin of beef as sirloin. In fact, the pun is retorted as early as 1630, and the notion of a king knighting it dates to 1655. The name predates any of the kings who are mentioned. Wow. Okay. The story at most influenced the spelling sir rather than sir. Okay, so if that joke didn't exist, okay, then it would be spelled S-U-R. What was the other thing we were going to Google? Okay, yes, the Battle of Fulford. Give me a sec. Battle of Fulford. Oh yeah, so it seems I was right. 1066. Okay, it was fought on the outskirts of the village of Fulford, just south of York in England. When King Harold III of Norway, also known as Harold Hardrada, acclaimed to the English throne, and Tostig Godwinson, his English ally, fought and defeated. Okay, so presumably I was right. Yeah. Alright. Oh. Right, let's get back to the thing. So, damn it. So this is clearly harder. Like, it's not common that we get a question wrong on these, but clearly, the questions we're being asked aren't difficult enough. So, which English king ran the 108 Years' War? Now, I have a temptation to say Richard. Richard the Lionheart was the famous one. He went to fight the 100 Years' War. Not Peter Pan, what is it? Oh, God. It's not Peter Pan. Robin Hood, that's it, is actually based off King Richard. But I guess it isn't Richard because, well, clearly Richard isn't an option here. I know it isn't Henry VII because, are you ready for this? Henry VII fought in the War of the Roses, not the English Civil War. Okay, so Radio Potentia says it's not Edward I. I just like, guys, how do you know it isn't Edward I? Oh, he was 1066? Of course he was. Was that Edward the Confessor? No way. Because, like, Edward the Confessor is not marked as the first Edward of England, is he? Edward I of England. So, yeah, no, he was 1239. So, quite often, right, when people count the kings of England, they do it. They do it based on what do you call it? They do it. They start at King William. Okay. Right. I just want to check. Did he actually? You know what? We can't cheat. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not a cheater. So it isn't Henry VII. Yeah, it's fine. Radio Potentia. Has anybody got any other ideas, or should we just make a guess? I'm going to go with Edward I. Actually, I think it's Edward. Come on! It was Edward III. Dang it. Well, you were right, though. You were technically right. It wasn't Edward I. Yeah, we are cooked. What was the main objective of the Potsdam Conference in 1945? Well, it wasn't Stalin's goal. Well, so for reference, okay, the three people at the Potsdam Conference were Winston Churchill, Joseph Stalin, and Franklin D. Roosevelt. So Stalin's goal was to spread communism. It obviously wasn't to argue about biscuits. It wasn't to force a German surrender. The only way to force a German surrender was to shoot him. So that one was relatively easy. I don't think anybody would have realistically got that. Like, I know some people got it wrong, but I think... I'm sorry. Oh, Radio did this in school. He did this in school, wow. I've also done this in school. That's why I know, that's why I know what the Potsdam Conference was. Although, realistically, even if I didn't know what the Potsdam Conference was... Like, if I didn't know what the Potsdam Conference was, I still would have guessed it by process of elimination, I think. What inspiration was recruited in the Doomsday Book? I think that was the first... Is it Domesday Book or Doomsday Book? Daniel learned about Romans at school. Amazing. That's interesting. I mean, that's the thing. I always thought it as Doomsday Book, but apparently it's Domesday Book now? What? I thought it was the first census Britain ever did. I learned about this, and I only know that because I learned about this at school. I think it was property ownership, in my opinion. Wahoo! You've seen the Doomsday Book. I wonder if we can get a book. Domesday Book. free. See, the Internet Archive is still down, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I wonder, is it? Damn it, no. I wonder if the Internet Archive is still down. The one at the Tower of London? Not sure. Ooh. The Internet Archive might be up. Guys, the Internet Archive might be back. God, if it's back, I'm so happy. Okay, so I did just get something from the Internet Archive, it seems. So the Internet Archive may well be back. I'm gonna check the other one. New biome, yes, has got to go. That's okay. Thank you for staying. Thanks for staying. Oh my god, it's back! It's back! Guys, I genuinely think it's back. I'm going to find one more book. I am going to read so much of this. I have been deprived of the Internet Archive for so many weeks. It's back! Woohoo! Dan, yeah, accidentally swiped. That's okay, Dan. That's fine. Alright. Give me a second. Armistice 1918 Lowry Bullet. Sorry, I just want to find another book on the Internet Archive just to confirm that it's properly back. Come on, Internet Archive. Yep, right at the bottom. Oh, it might take forever to load. Maybe it isn't. Oh no, this better not. Oh god, this better load. Alright, I'll check later. Long and short, the Internet Archive might be back, okay? Let's move on to the next question. Hopefully back. Which country controlled Vietnam before the Japanese occupied during World War II? That'll be France. Woohoo. Well, we need an even harder one. We should set it to very difficult now. What is the alternative name? Oh, that'll be the Beer Hall Putsch. Which law made Elizabeth I Supreme Governor of the Church of England? Okay. I'm going to say active uniformity here. What do you think it is? Uniformity? Or the Anglican Act? Oh, come on! How did most people get that right? Are you telling me that the majority of people just know off the top of their head that the active supremacy made Elizabeth I Supreme Governor of the Church of England? Okay. Alright, next. Radio Potentia. Well, congratulations, Radio, you knew that. I would do Kahoot quizzes. I don't. Maybe it's common knowledge among, like, people, so maybe I hadn't just been informed yet. Either way, I know that now. The active supremacy made Elizabeth I ruler of the Church of England. I think. Yes. Like, people outside of Britain won't know it. Like, although on the other hand, I am British, so I should maybe know that. What was the final outcome of the Second Boer War? Independence for Transvaal. Well, it wasn't the extinction of the dodo. It was either the end of British rule or the independence for Transvaal. Actually, that's the same thing, isn't it? That's like saying heads I win, tails you lose. Ah, yes! Union of South Africa. Whoa! Okay. How many of the Godwinson brothers lost their lives at Hastings? How many do you think, people? How many Godwinsons do you think lost their lives at Hastings? Does anybody know this, or have we just got to guess? Imagine if it was 9. Radio Potentia... By the way, Radio Potentia, do you know that... Oh, I was going to ask, do you know that for... Danya thinks 9. By the way, do you know this for sure, or are you just like... Is that a shot in the dark, Danya? Okay, well, I kind of wanted to guess 2, but everyone else says 9. Oh, it was 2! No, I hate you all! Because you made me guess 9. You made me guess 9. It was 2. I'm sorry, listen, I'm sorry for getting mad. It was my fault, ultimately. It was my choice. Gotta be polite. What important position did Walter Ulbricht hold in 1960? Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna like, it's like East German leader, I think. You think Mayor of West Berlin. Radio Potential says Mayor of West Berlin, and I believe him. Yeah! I was gonna put East German leader. That's the second time in a row where you've got it right, where you've made me get it wrong. Okay, well, now I just can't really trust you now, can I? Yeah, I'm sorry, Radio, it's fine. Do you want to get a very difficult one, okay? Because so far we've had intermediate and difficult. Danya says he's subscribed. Thank you, Danya. That's amazing. You were distracted by the trout fisherman. Were you okay? Wait, were there trout fishermen, like, in you? Or was there some trout fishermen on screen that I didn't notice, okay? Trout fishermen near you, I meant, not in you. History quizzes. Do you want to go difficult this time? Sorry, very difficult. Because we've had, like, difficult and intermediate. Now let's go with very difficult. Difficile, as they say in French. Yeah, very difficult. And then we'll just go impossible level. Right, BuzzFeed, do you want? BuzzFeed? Or Quizly? Do you think? Let's go with Quizly. That looks like a different one. I've never been on Quizly before. Oh god, there's going to be so many ads here, isn't there? Start quiz. Sorry, I pressed start quiz and it didn't do anything. Okay. How have we only been streaming for like 30 minutes? Load. Who was the first to sail around the world? Well, you might think that the first person to sail around the world is Magellan, but it wasn't Magellan, was it? It was, and Magellan died when he was in, the Philippines, okay? I'm gonna shut the curtain because the light is getting in the way. I think out of Magellan's 5 ships, about, like, 2 of them made it back or something. So, I'm gonna say okay? Francis Drake was the first person to... Walter Raleigh, no. I don't think Walter Raleigh circumferenced the Earth, and he's not one of the options here. Anyway, after Magellan's crew circumnavigated the Earth, Francis Drake did it. Except Francis Drake actually made it back alive. I'm going to go with Magellan, even though Magellan technically didn't make it. Yes! I was right, but... yeah, he's Portuguese. Drake was God, I need to, like, do a parody of Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, where I replace the word Drake with Sir Francis Drake. That would be a good... that would get so many views. Next question. Oh, yeah. Danya wants the guinea pig back. Here you go. Here he is. Shall I, like, shove him down my shirt so you can always see him? There you go, he's right here. Hi, chat. What's your... sorry, I'm a terrible, guy. Not terrible guy. Oh, what's it called? Terrible, it's not like... oh, God, what's it? Terrible ventriloquist, right. Okay. 1920s, yep. Started in the 20s. Okay. Which country is it? What? I'm sorry. This was supposed to be a difficult one. It literally asked me which country... okay, listen. I'm not gonna... everybody knows which country got invaded in World War II first. Poland. Like, this was supposed to be the difficult one. I guess people have different definitions of difficult. Okay, what civilization is the Tigris-Euphrates river system associated with? Well, that's going to be the Mesopotamian civilization. Now, this is quite easy. Like, I kind of want to, like, type impossible into the search bar. By the way, has anyone got something they want me to Google, okay? Which of Henry VII's wives was German? Ooh. It's not going to be Aragon, because Aragon, right, is in Spain, so it's not going to be Aragon, okay? Anne Boleyn, I think, was German, or was it Anne of Cleves? Does anybody know where Cleves is? Does anyone know where Cleves is? Cleves? Is that, I think that's a place in, Germany or something? I'm gonna go with Anne. Yeah! Woo! So these are quite hard, but, these aren't the hardest we've ever done. The hardest we've ever done is, asking the name of, asking the name of people in his, of whatchamacallit. Asking the name of